Hey, welcome to Sacred Enzyme. So today we're going to be doing our alchemy experiments out here because I really want to show you, and we're going to chronicle this because I think it's very important that we're all learning how to be self-sustainable and figure out ways that we can bring Mother Earth back to the planet and become self-sufficient. So I wanted to describe what I have in this jar right here because I've been dehydrating fruits and vegetables, and this is kind of like what I call my mess up jar. This is when I dehydrate something and it comes out all disgusting. So I thought, well, you know what? I'll just take this stuff right here, this dehydrated fruits that I have in here, and I'll make into some kind of face cream. But I ended up coming up with a happy accident, okay? We keep talking about happy accidents. Okay, so in here, I want to show you, I'm trying to keep this sanitary because I don't want to contaminate my stuff and I got dirty hands. So I want to show you one of these. Okay, here it is right here. You see this lime right here? The reason that the inside of this is discolored is because I was at the same time dehydrating these citrus pieces. I was also dehydrating beets. And beets, I don't know if you've ever tried to dehydrate beets, that they turn really slimy, and the same thing is with mushrooms. Okay, well, that substance that leaches off of them is a very important enzyme. And this enzyme right here I think is what's going to be the key. So we're going to put these pieces of this enzyme and antifungal, because this is also citrus, and citrus is an antifungal, natural antifungal. But in this jar here, I also have dried rosemary, dehydrated banana peels, and a few other things, and some papaya. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to plant these with some seeds, and then we're also going to do some putrefaction, and then we're going to come back and monitor how they come out. And then I'm going to take you around the yard and I'm going to show you what we've been doing so far with our alchemy experiments. So I've got all my pots ready, and I've got a different variety of things. So I went around the world, it seems like yesterday, and I got some different things, and so we're going to try some different experiments. So the first thing is that I got this Chinese eggplant right here, okay? And so I'm not going to cut it up. I'm going to leave it just the way that it is, but I am going to trim a little bit of the stem off. And I brought me a little knife out here, so I'm just going to take the stem, a little of the stem off the top. I don't want to hack it to death, but so anyway, so we're going to do just like this, and we're going to put it in this peat moss right here, but we're also going to add the enzyme tablet, okay? So let's drop it down in here together, right? We're going to put it down here a little bit deeper since it's a bulbous fruit, but not too deep, okay? Here's our Chinese eggplant. All right, so we're going to put a sticker on it, a tab on it. And I'm trying to get all of these done. Like, we got a lot of storms coming, and I think that's the most perfect time to try to grow things. So I got this bitter orange yesterday from a fruit stand in Kissimmee. I drove all the way down to Kissimmee to try to get a farmer's market, but I didn't have much luck. But I was really just looking for a jackfruit, which I found. Now look at all these seeds in here. Okay, so we're just going to take half of this and just stick it in here. No rhyme or reason, because we've got an antiseptic right here, right? So let's put this in here. Just put the whole piece of fruit in here, and then we'll cover it up. All right, so we got our bitter orange. All right, okay, next thing, we've got these calabash, and these are like these little things. So this has already got some putrefaction happening on it, so we're just gonna let that do its thing. So I'm gonna just kind of cut this in half so it'll fit in this pot. Oh, this thing is absolutely loaded with wonderful seeds. Look at that. So let's just drop it in, shall we? See what happens. Let's drop the other half in here too. This putrefaction is what's gonna, in my opinion, is what's gonna feed it. So let's put the stick in here for the calabash. We're just doing that with the natural putrefaction. Okay, and then I'm going to save these seeds for the sour orange. I'm going to put these in the dehydrator, and I'm going to dehydrate it just like this. See, this is the other thing that I've been doing. I'm dehydrating the seeds in low heat inside of the fruit flesh or the vegetable flesh. And the reason that is because those are nutrients. That's just like the womb. So that's what we're doing there. The next thing is I've got some lemongrass that I got from the Asian grocery store. He's right here. Be quiet, I'm trying to do this. Okay, so anyway, we've got lemongrass right here. All my animals just ran out. I'm trying to get this done before it starts storming so we can get some really, really good rain on this. So lemongrass in there. Sorry guys, didn't mean for it to have an interruption, but you know, we're just doing real life here. We're not trying to be fancy. All right, so I also have some ginger. And this ginger, I wrapped this up in a piece of saran wrap, and look at all the buds that's coming off of it. And I've been trying to get out here and do this, so it's been sitting out here on my table getting wet. But let's stick this in here. Now ginger, don't bury it too deep because it kind of likes to be at the top. So I'm just gonna put that just like that, kind of towards the top. And let's put a tab on here for the ginger. So that ginger's been germinating in there for, I don't know, it's a couple weeks. I just wrapped it up in saran wrap and choked off the air, because that's the whole thing with the putrefaction, is that you need to stop the air, okay? All right, so here we got these guys right here. This is longan fruit. So what I propose to do is that we plant just some of the seeds over here on one side. We'll just sprinkle them in. All right. So we're gonna mark this one side longan seed. Okay, so the left side is the seed. All right. Now what I propose we do on the opposite side is like this. We just cut this thing open and leave it in the flesh, okay? So we're just gonna do some like this. We're just gonna pop them open, right? And see what happens. Because, you know, that's what they do on the tree, right? If you're looking at these in nature, see, this one's overripe. See, it's already opening itself up because it wants to come out, right? So we're just gonna just barely score it, the outside, and pop them in. See, this one already opened up too. See, this is good because, you know, we're doing what nature does. This is the whole point. This is the whole point of alchemy, is observation of nature. All right, so if these guys grow, we'll have all kind of little trees, right? This is the name of the game, right? So we're gonna help Mother Earth come back full swing, planting trees. You know, I don't understand why we don't have trees growing just all over the place anyway. You know, we wouldn't have all these homeless people hungry living on the streets. And you know, the other thing I noticed is that if you ever watch these videos on YouTube where you have these people that go out and try to help the homeless and they offer them a meal, you know, it's like maybe 1 in 25 will actually ask for something nutritious. The rest of them want a Big Mac or they want something super unhealthy, which is really sad, you know, because it just goes to show you that when you have that root chakra trauma, that you want to eat those proteins. You want to eat those dense proteins like meat, disgusting, you know, synthetic type foods, fast foods, and all that. So let's see the longan whole ones, whole seed. All right, so shall we supplement this guy right here with some enzymes? I think we should. So we've got some grapefruit flesh and some banana peels, and then also some of this. It's infused with beet juice, which is enzymes. All right, so let's put this in here. Let's spread some of this around in here, because you know, you get an antiseptic. You're getting an antiseptic from the citrus, but also with the beets, you're getting enzymes. And these are some really, really important enzymes. As a matter of fact, I think it might be the sacred enzyme, to be truthful with you, because I've been researching this stuff for quite a while. And it's definitely the enzyme. All right, so right here, we've got a Puebla avocado, okay? And I found these yesterday, and these are black avocados, but you can eat them just like an apple. You can eat the skin and everything. And you know, even if something doesn't taste like super good, it still has a lot of nutrition in it. So just don't knock something off of your repertoire because you think, oh, that don't taste good. But you know what? Everything has nutrition, and it's worth growing. If it can be grown here, my guardian angels say, you better be growing it. If it can be grown here, you better grow it. Okay, so let's mark this one because this is going to grow in its enzymes, okay? All right. Next one. This is just the seed. So we're going to take the seed and we're going to infuse it, and let's see what happens. So here we go. We've got a little bit of everything here. We got some enzymes in here, some antibacterial. We got some potassium from the banana peels. So let's put them in there. Mix it in here, and then let's put the seed down in there. All right, let's see what happens. Hope no squirrels steal my stuff. They're pretty bad for getting in stuff, but you know, whatever. Okay, I got a quince here. We got a quince. So the quince, I'm gonna let it rot right in here. So let's put it in. We're gonna let it see. We're gonna see if we can grow it just like that. All right. Okay, one quince in. All right, and we've got a breadfruit. Check this guy out. I was gonna cut it open, and then I thought, you know what? I'm not. I'm gonna let this guy just do its own thing. So I'm just kind of gonna score the outside a little bit so it can come out, because it does have a pretty thick exterior on it, and this is supposed to taste like bread. And so I don't want to damage the seeds, okay? So let's just be real easy with it. Just barely nicking the skin, okay? Just like that, see? We're just opening it a little. It'll come out on its own. It'll probably come out right here on this beautiful top here. So, you know, we got it. So let's put this guy in here. I'm gonna have to take some of this dirt out so I can get to it. So let's see. Let's put it in here, this breadfruit. Let's put it down in here. See, I'm not sure exactly how these seeds want to go, so I'm going to plant it to the side, kind of like you would put a coconut. You know what I mean? All right, so we got that in there. Let's put the peat moss back, and I'm just using peat moss, guys. We're not trying to do anything fancy here. We're trying to do stuff that's affordable. We're trying to be with the real world. We're looking at nature as it is. All right. I'm not trying to do no fancy stuff. This is basic, this is gardening. This is seeing nature and doing nature. So here's the breadfruit. All right. Next thing. All right, so we're gonna do some experiments with the avocado. So this is an avocado seed that I ate, the avocado, and then I just put all the guts back in here that was left. I put the shell in here, and part of the meat is on the nut, okay? So we're gonna put that in here and see how this goes. Let's check this out. So we're just gonna drop it in. Like I tell you guys, just to drop it in. Don't disturb it, drop it in. All right, enzymes on there. Oh yeah, all kind of goodies in there. All right, so let's just put all this back up. So this is just the seeds with the shell. Seeds with the shell. So let's go ahead and put our stick in here. This is the enzymes for seed with the shell. All right, okay, next thing. This is an apple, grocery store apple. And when I got it, I went to eat it the other day and it was already starting to mold. So I made sure it was clean. And so we're gonna just drop this whole thing in and see what happens. I've already grown an apple tree like this, but I want you all to see it, because it's just not hard. It just requires a little bit of effort. So let's drop that baby in there. All right. Okay, there's our apple. Let's mark it. And what difference does it make if it's this, that, or another? If you're hungry and you're growing an apple, if it's a small apple, who cares? 10 small apples will feed you. You know, people get so hung up on small stuff. Who cares, you know? Let's just learn how to survive here, thrive, and go forward. All right, look at this great big old bag of putrefaction. These are all avocados. I just put them in this bag and just let them get disgusting, okay? That's the name of the game, folks. That's the name of the game. It's called Enzymes. Enzymes. All right, so I'm taking a bunch of the dirt out of here because I'm just gonna drop these guys in. And so, I mean, this is what would happen in nature, right? They just sit here, they sit underneath the tree and they would rot. All right, so let's cover these babies back up. Ooh, they smell, you can smell the enzymes, for sure. We can't live without enzymes. This is why everybody's so sick. So their enzymes are destroyed. All right, excellent. Excellent, all right, here we go. Okay, avocado. There we go. And last but not least, I got a Mexican tangerine. And I'm not gonna plant this guy whole. I'm gonna peel it because let me see what we got in here. Please have some seeds in here. Yes, we do. We got seeds in here. So let's just go ahead and plant it like this in the flesh, all right? All right, so let's put it in here. Give it a little bit of help. All right, not too bad. Oh, there we go, antiseptic. And these are some nice little meaty tangerine pieces. Good, I'm happy about that. All right. Okay, so we got the Mexican tangerine there. Let's go ahead and put this skin on top here. This would be antiseptic, you know. Let's see what we got here. All right, let's put that on there. So we got an antiseptic. All right, so we got these done. And so I got some peanuts right here I'm also gonna put out. But, oh, I missed one of these berries. But, where did it go? I'll get it in a minute. All right, but we're gonna go over here in the next video and I'm gonna show you how I'm replanting the tops of my fruits and vegetables that I get from the grocery store. So we're gonna do that. And then I'm gonna show you how I'm going to try to fight the citrus greening with aloe and my trees. So I'm gonna wrap this video up. And thanks for spending 17 minutes with us so we can test the series on these Alchemy garden. And I'll follow up with another portion of my garden as it is right now. So when you come and find me, I'll be here because we're living in the past, the present, and the future all at the same time. So this is our experiment 101 that we're documenting together. And we're going to see what we get here. So all of these seeds going out before we get a tropical storm here is just, I think it's a great way to go, because when we start getting storms, it really stirs up the electromagnetic environment, and you get a lot more oxygen in the air and in the rain, in my opinion, and oxygen is great to get plants going. And so with that, I'm gonna close this one out and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching Sacred Enzyme. Bye-bye.